Hello and welcome to my presentation on cumulative frequency. During this presentation, I'm going to be going through with you how to calculate cumulative frequency, draw a cumulative frequency curve, and take readings off a graph that will enable you to answer GCSE style questions. Drawing a cumulative frequency allows you to see a trend in data. It can be used for grouped and ungrouped data. And also, once you have it drawn, it makes it very easy to find estimates of the median, the quartiles, and this leads on to drawing box plots. Cumulative frequency is a running total of all the frequencies together. Your last digit needs to be the total of your frequency or the total of the people involved in the survey. When you plot a graph, you always want to plot the upper bound of the class width with the cumulative frequency. The points need to be plotted very accurately and then joined up with a smooth line. Here is an example of how to calculate cumulative frequency. As you can see, we've got the height as the class width, we have our frequencies, and I've added on a cumulative frequency grid for you. The first one that goes into the grid is always 2. In order to calculate the next one, it'll be 2 plus 6, which gives you 8. And the next one will then be 8 plus 14, which gives you 22, and so on until you get to the end. If you add up the total frequency, that should give you 50. The total frequency should equal the last digit in your cumulative frequency column. Here's an example of what a graph should look like. As you can see, the cumulative frequency is up the y-axis and the height plotted with the upper bound is on the x-axis. Standard GCSE questions will generally get you to go on and calculate the median and the interquartile range. In order to calculate the median, you take the total frequency and divide it by 2. This tells you that the median will be located at the 25th value. You go up to your y-axis to 25, draw a line over to the curve and down and take an estimate off the x-axis. In order to find the lower quartile, we take the total frequency and multiply it by a quarter. This tells us that the lower quartile is located at the 12.5th value. So once again, we go up our y-axis to 12.5, draw a line using a ruler over to the curve and down to take our reading. The upper quartile is 3/4 of our data, so we multiply the frequency by 3/4, which gives us the 37.5th value. Again, we go to the y-axis, take our reading off the x-axis. To work out the interquartile range, as explained in the stem and leaf diagrams, you do upper quartile minus lower quartile, so in this example it will be 7. Here is an example for you to try. Pause and have a go and see can you get a nice smooth cumulative frequency curve drawn. Once you have the graph drawn, I would like you to find the median and the interquartile range. An extension question for you will also be to find an estimate of the number of dogs that weigh over 22 kgs. This concludes my presentation on how to attempt GCSE cumulative frequency exam style questions. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Please have a go at the exam questions that are attached to this topic.